I remember the first meeting of the staff members of this International Blended Learning Seminar in Luzern, hosted by Professor Franziska Metzger of the Pädagogische Hochschule Luzern. And most of us didn't know each other, yet we managed to put together a working program for the first International Blended Learning Seminar within 24 hours. So this was an exciting meeting. It was vibrant, and we did, and I certainly also did, realize the urgency of new strategies of learning without or beyond borders in other formats than a full-blown international exchange that required physical presence at another university. And this was a fortunate foresight, one could say, because under the COVID-19 pandemic and the regulations related to that, we weren't able to travel anymore. And this international blended learning format helped us to realize a form of exchange and a form of an international intercultural classroom that is very rewarding for our students. And when I say our students, I speak of the students of the Research Master Program, Historical, Literary and Cultural Studies, a 2-year program at the Faculty of Arts of Nijmegen, of the Radboud University of Nijmegen. The other thing I distinctly remember was the first site visit in Brussels, which then was still possible, where everything came together. You can compare it to sort of a pressure cooker. All the work the students had prepared individually or in small groups, the written exchanges, everything came together in a 2-day visit at the House of European History. And that was exciting as well, very vibrant. And from a teaching perspective, also very rewarding to see the high turnout of the learning formats we had developed for this seminar. This, of course, also had to do with the great group of students the first year, the students who enrolled in the first edition of this International Blended Learning Seminar, and who were absolutely inspiring and highly engaged in this seminar. I think it's very important, it's a distinct feature and also an important feature of this seminar, this international group of students with very different backgrounds, academic training and ambitions. We often say international learning as though we know what that means, but it's also intercultural learning as students and staff help each other to get acquainted with often national ways in which learning in terms of skills, formats, feedback, output, etc. is organized. So we recognize the engagement of the students, and still recognize also of this year's edition, the engagement of the students who want to work together, want to collaborate, and want to find common ground or contribute to common ground on which this collaboration can take root and flourish. A third distinctive feature of the seminar is that we aim for a thematic focus that taps into urgent societal questions. And for this year, we decided upon colonial heritage as potential seedbed of institutionalized racism that is publicly criticized worldwide and very emphatically, for instance, in the Black Lives Matter movement. So with this seminar, we wanted to contribute to the awareness of Europeans to the impact of their colonial heritage, the historical awareness through critical evaluations of Europe's collective memory, the infrastructure that is related to that memory, the specific anchors, and to what extent colonialism is critically assessed also in Europe's self-images, in the current self-images of Europe. A fourth distinctive feature of this International Blended Learning Seminar, I would say, is the broad spectrum of assignments that enables students to carve out their personal version of the seminar. What they want to focus upon is that enlargement or deepening of knowledge. Does that relate to their specific skills, the sort of questions they aim to ask and answer, the specific theoretical or conceptual approaches? So this is a seminar in which students are enrolled from cultural studies, memory studies, history and public history. And I think it's also this interdisciplinary mix or multidisciplinary mix of students that greatly contributes to this seminar and to what students and staff can achieve with this seminar.